What's up, guys? So in this video I want to talk about the small account challenge I decided I was going to do. So with this challenge, I'm going to put $100 into this account every Friday. I deposited $100 last Friday and will continue to do so until the end of the year. Should have $4,200 of initial capital into it by the end of the year, and I'm hoping to double that. I know it's going to be a little bit of an aggressive goal, I guess, with shares, but I believe it's doable. I think there's a lot of opportunity in the markets and a lot of opportunity coming, to be honest. So, what did I do initially? What I chose to do was buy gold, but through a different avenue. So, I chose to buy GDX, which is the gold miners. I think they're relatively weak compared to gold spot price. So, if they catch up, which I'm going to go over charts here in a second, I believe there's a lot of opportunity here, more so than gold itself. So, right now I'm red on the position, but this is a position I intend on holding for months, maybe years. I'm not selling this thing until gold hits my target. I'm thinking gold hits 3,000 an ounce within a couple of years. Take that with a grain of salt. It's just my thoughts on where I think it's going. Gold does very well in stagflation and rate cuts, and we're getting both of those right now. So, yeah, my initial entry in this is 29.52. You see we're red right now in that position. Do not intend on selling this at all for a long time. And this is just the first position I'm deciding to buy. I have other things I want to purchase, but I want the market to consolidate on the weekly chart before I ever buy stocks right now. So I'm going to go with gold, and I'll show you my reasonings for that right now. I'm going to go over gold first here and explain from a bigger picture what I'm kind of looking at. So this is a monthly chart, and basically we had a push up, and all these lower wicks here showing bulls buying the dip, consolidated pretty healthy, and then broke out to the upside to a new all-time high. So we're in a monthly uptrend, and if we go to the weekly chart, we are now in a weekly uptrend. Our last weekly higher low was down here, and as you can see, I was tracking this for a while. We were tightening up. I actually played this on options, and unfortunately cut it a little too soon. I'm definitely more of a short-term trader, so I don't always get all the meat out of the move. And yeah, so this is our last weekly higher low. Right now we're pulling back and trying to find our next weekly higher low. So we're in a weekly uptrend right now. So we have our push up here. Ideally, what we would want to do is hold this 8, which continues to move up as time goes on and price continues. So we could pull back to there and then, shoot to the upside, and that'd be perfectly fine. As long as this holds down here, I'm thinking 2098, so roughly 2100. I think bulls are perfectly fine. And we can pull back even more and we're still fine, but that gives us the better chances for continuation here. So basically, if you run fib levels, take our swing low to swing high, and we want to hold the 382, which ironically aligns with this 8 coming up here right now. So if we continue to pull back, that's the best odds for a bull flag continuation right away. If we would pull back to the 50, which is I'm saying is around 2100, we have more of a probability of tightening up. So setting a lower high on the weekly, tightening up. I'm leaning towards shorter term continuation here, and that is because of the daily chart. I was looking at this today, and right now you can see the volume's all these blue bars right behind the chart. We had high volume coming up, breaking out, and then volume, aside from this candle, volume started to taper off. So we're consolidating on lower volume. That's good, showing a lack of sellers. Holding the 8 exponential on the daily. We have wicks forming today or yesterday and today. So this is a bull flag. This is a very strong move. And when I exited, I think I exited on this candle right here. I was hoping to get on a 4-hour higher low and continue with this because I really believe in gold long term. But right now, it's a strong push up to all-time highs, pulling back. That's your flag. I'm not really doing this exact, I'm just showing the concept. And then break out from there. So right now we're back testing our previous all-time highs. We're holding the 8 on the daily. We have lower wicks, lower volume. Now, here's the thing. We have the FOMC tomorrow, so Powell's going to move the markets all over the place with whatever he says. So this could definitely pull back. But my thesis still is long term, so I'm not really concerned with any kind of drawdown. If we pull back 10%, it's $100. It's down $10. It's no big deal. This is long term growth. So the trades will last days, weeks, months, maybe years, depending on what it is. I'm intending this one to last for months, maybe years. I don't want to really sell my position until gold hits 3,000 an ounce. And now I'm not trading gold directly. So the instrument I chose was GDX, which is gold miners. So as you can see here, we had a low down in March of 2020. So this has been about 4 years of this pattern tightening up. You can see I have the wicks drawn out here. So that's 2 wicks, bunch of price action here, almost touched there, bunch here, bunch here. I'm looking at this as a pennant, so I'm looking for this to break. We're getting close to the apex right here. So price is compressing from both angles. We should get a break here shortly, within a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. Like I said, gold's at an all-time high. That directly benefits the miners, and the miners are lagging gold pretty bad. This is not at all-time highs. So all-time highs were back here at 67. I can see this hitting all-time highs, so I'm looking for a double plus, maybe triple out of this thing, because I anticipate gold to go up another 800 an ounce roughly. So I can see this blasting off. Like I said, it's relatively weak right now, so I think it's underperforming and could catch up in a hurry, especially once this breaks. So basically the way this works is price keeps compressing. These are longer term swings, you know what I mean? But depending on how this breaks, this can definitely still break bearish, but I'm bullish gold and I'm thinking that this is going to break in the future. So the tighter this gets, you have a bunch of stops, right? You have all these people shorting and you have stops at these levels. And versus like a stop up here and one all the way here, you know what I mean? Once you start to move, then yeah, you'll get shorts to cover here, but then you have a long drawn out process till you get up here to try to squeeze more shorts, which means it's more likely it sells into there. But with how this is, once the tighter you get, you're gonna have shorts trigger at this level. So we're pulling back now. Say we break that, shorts start to cover, adds more buying pressure. Then we break this one, which is not too far away, adds more buying pressure. This one adds more buying pressure, and we just keep going up. And it just keeps fueling the fire, you know what I mean? And then we break the actual pennant itself. And then everyone that's under here is underwater that was shorting, so they have to start covering, you know what I mean? Like the longer term shorts. I think this is going to be a really good trade. Could be wrong. It's where I'm placing my money as far as this challenge and seeing what happens here. I think we have bounced large enough here to look for a higher low and continuation. I think if gold does break to a new all-time high again, this is going to, send this forward. So I wanted to get my foot in the door here, put some capital into gold a little bit. I'm not really looking to add to stocks anytime soon until stocks themselves consolidate on the weekly charts. So let me see SPY and QQQ consolidate for a few weeks here, and then I'll look to buy some stocks that I think are relatively cheap. But I want to buy when price is really good. I am eyeing up some right now, to be honest. And I did get in some leaps in my main account, but that's not this challenge. So for right now, I'm buying into here. And like I said, every Friday, I'm going to add into this account. If you want to follow along with the challenge, the trades I post are what I'm planning on doing. So everything's at your own risk. You can take your own trades and try to join the challenge in your own regard. But the link's in the description below. As far as the Discord, it's completely free. You can follow it. I post in a separate channel as far as this challenge. And like I said, this is with shares and longer term mindset. So the reason I'm doing this is to educate people on technical analysis, how I would go about growing a small account. This is the first one I chose. Not going to say it's the best choice, but I think it's pretty good. So I think it's safer and longer term. This is going to play out and it'll be a decent return. I mean, it's only $100, but the way you work the account is basically grow it from, a smaller size, continually deposit and buy things that make sense when it's time to buy them. So I think now's a great time to buy gold. So I'm putting my money there for right now. And the bigger the snowball gets, the greater the rewards basically become because it's all compounding interest. So it's percentages. If you notice in the videos or in anything I post, it's all percentages because it's all relative. So, 10% to me is different than 10% to you. You're growing your account. You're just compounding it. You know what I mean? So, how much of your account are you risking? Like all that stuff. This is $100, putting shares to work. They're not options, so it's not going to zero. And gold, I believe, like I said, is going longer term. So if you want to join the challenge, the link's in the description below as far as the Discord. And all the trades are at your own discretion and risk. You can take your own trades and see what you can do. I'm posting what I'm doing in there, my thesis, and I'm going to make some videos and update everyone along the way. And I think we have 42 Fridays in total since I started this, so I'll have 4,200 of initial capital in here in the beginning. And my goal is to compound that and try to double it by the end of the year. It's going to be a challenge because it's shares, but I believe it's doable, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, the link's in the description. It's completely free. You have nothing to lose. Like, you can just learn and see if I'm bullshitting or not. You know what I mean? So take advantage of it while you can. And until next time, I wish you the best in markets.